Yeah, this one is from Iraq clip. This happens May 2022. Infrared shows a bright object maneuvering erratically. No visible propulsion. Unusual speed and direction changes noted by observer. See that? This so fast. This is also from Iraq. A small object move steadily then accelerate rapidly. No matching aircraft or drone signature detected in the area. This one, I think it's from Syria. Thermal camera track a glow anomaly hovering briefly before drafting away at high speed. No radar contact. No radar contacted here. Look at that. That's so fast. Look at that. You know, that can't be a drone. It's impossible that that's a drone. That can't be a drone. Look at that. It's so fast. I think this one is from Iraq. This one is from Iraq. Look at that. It's so fast. It's not jet. According to military, there was no any aircraft signature detected in the area. Look at that. That's so fast, dude. Ooh. See that? And it can't stop. It's crazy. Look at that. It's so fast. I'm not saying that's an alien, but you, you're gonna wonder what is that. I think this is one from UAA. It's October in UAA. Semi-transparent object appeared briefly. Sensors lock on and then lose them as they vanish. Look at that. This one also is from UAA. I think it's from UAA. It says bright anomaly over in the desert. Unusual thermal signature inconsistent when known with known aircrafts or balloons. Look at that. It's like the tail of a jet fighter. But according to military, there was no aircraft signature during this time, and they cannot detect any thermal signature. There should be a thermal signature. Look at that. Mm. It's amazing, you know. We are nerding about this. I'm imagining how the nerd community are reacting to this. This is still in Syria. I think it's still in Syria footage, you know. Object shows erratic flight path over military area. Still unresolved. This is still unresolved. Again, according to the description here, they cannot find any hit signature. You know, because if it's an aircraft, there should be a hit signature, right? That's why they label this as unresolved. Well, I'm not a nerd. I'm not, maybe a little bit, you know, but you know, it's very hard to imagine. The universe is so vast. You know, it's hard to imagine that we are alone here on Earth, right? In Milky Way alone, there are trillions of stars. There are billions of stars, then trillions of planets, right? Look at that. This one is so long. I think this one is Indo-Pacific Command. Amoeba-like thermal shape maneuvering smoothly, noted for its unusual form. They said it's unusual form. This is still unresolved. Look at that. This one is that one is from the Middle East infrared. Spec repair form, non-ballistic movement. Look at that. There's a thermal signature. This is crazy, you know. It's it's widely controversial now. This one is widely controversial now worldwide. I think that's a thermal orb hovers then accelerates suddenly. Here it is, this one. You know, according to the witnesses, because there was a hearing at the Congress about this. There was, according to the witnesses, military witnesses, they said they cannot tell what it is. What are those things that they saw? Remember, U.S. military is the most capable, the most advanced technology in the world. That's why they are able to detect this kind of objects, and they cannot tell what it is. Look at that. That's so fast. Look at that. That's so fast. No drone can do that. And by it looks it's impossible that's an aircraft, you know. That's why they labeled it as UAP or UFO, unidentified flying objects. That's so fast, dude. You know, there's a brief flash followed by disappearance. This one. Look at that. It's so fast. And this is the most amazing. Look at that. How many? There are 8 angles. Look at that. It's like a flying saucer. Look at that. It's like a flying saucer. And according to military, no person can handle that kind of maneuvering. No person can handle that. Imagine the G-force. Look at that. It's so amazing. Look at that. Right? Look at the signature of that. It's not an aircraft. You'll see. Because what we see in the screen, it's like a very slow movement, but that thing is so far away. Look at that. This one is high-speed pass near military asset. You know, USA they have so many enemies. That's why they are very alert. Whenever they see a little light, they will capture it. They will detect it. They will identify it. But this one, they cannot identify what it is. Look at that. That one is so fast. It's not an aircraft, you know. And it's impossible that's a drone. Drone cannot move that fast. It cannot maneuver that fast. Look at that. I'm imagining that, you know, I am imagining that since maybe the alien will say, oh, they caught us. Maybe we have to reveal ourselves now. Look at that. That's so fast. I don't think that's an... Yeah, that's why I said, according to the military who saw that, it's impossible to maneuver, to move that fast. No person can detect that kind of aircraft.
Hotel Alpha Alpha, call behind East 132.12. 132.12, Hotel Alpha.
What is that? Oh, it's like a formation of multiple small lights. There's a formation. This one, I think this one also. Look at that. Look at the speed. No person can handle the G-force of that speed, you know? Look at that. That's so fast, dude. It's like they're watching us. They're watching our capabilities, you know? And maybe they realize, oh, these people of Earth, they are not working together. They're fighting. They're still idiots. We can't reveal ourselves to them. It's not worth it. Maybe. And it's kind of racist because aliens only show themselves to America. Maybe they're racist too. Look at that. So the military, they are really, they are watching anything that moves within the vicinity. Look at that. Look at how it maneuvers. That's so fast. That's a fast moving. I think this is in Greece. It making a 90-degree maneuvers at moderate speed. It's a classic unresolved UAV behavior. Look at that. Hmm. Look at that. It's maneuvering. It's going round and round in very high speed. That's a very high speed. And what amazed me is because it can stop almost immediately. Look at that. Like that. It can fly. It can fly in any direction it wants. Let's forward this one. Here. Here, look at that. That's not a drone. That's not an aircraft. We do not have that kind of technology. It moves so fast. Oh, it stops. And it can maneuver in any direction it wants. Because our aircraft, it still needs to go around. But this one, it fly in this direction and go backward. It can fly back and forth. Look at that. Mm. But I believe there are still, files that they didn't release. Maybe they just choose this kind of footages like low qualities, but I believe there are still files that are classified. Maybe they choose this kind of videos. I I think they don't release everything. They didn't release everything. they still hiding many footages, many evidence. Look at that. That's so fast, dude. This one. That's so fast. Look at that. That's not a drone. And I don't think there's an aircraft that can do that. I don't think so. Look at that. It goes back and forth. It can fly in any direction. Look at that. So according to Trump, the reason why they release this footages, this is part of the transparency, and he didn't say anything. They didn't, give exact descriptions or explanations. According to Trump, let's decide. You decide on yourself on what are these. But, let's go forward. I think there's nothing worse. Just this one. What is this? What are they detecting? So maybe that's all for today, So what are your thoughts about this video? I don't know what it is. Maybe you can give your opinion on this video. So don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.